if anybody thought you would overlook this game, I mean, you look 2 years ago and you go, are you crazy? You know?
I mean, I've been through some rough ones in terms of this Mississippi State rivalry, and you know, they always bring their best foot forward when they play us, and they've got quality football players, and you know, the record doesn't really show it a lot this year, but they played some good football and have come a long way in terms of their program, and that just means that we're going to have to come out and play that much better than we have in the past, and try to come out with a victory just like we did last week.
Obviously, it would be like another LSU game.
I mean, they're always a quality football team. What people don't realize, you know, you see the record and you know, just expect this or expect that, and you know, we still have to go out on the field on Saturday and play a game just like we did last week, and they're going to be trying to beat us. I mean, they're not just going to roll over and let us win. So we got to have a good week of practice in and try to get prepared for a good team.
I asked Coach Saban, you know, he's been at the helm of a number of championship teams, and he preaches the same method, that one game, one foot in front of the other, take care of your business, and then, you know, if you take care of your business at home, then things will obviously go right there out on the field. It's not so much about your opponent. How much has the team bought into that, and is that something you guys have to remind each other about, or is it something that's just in your head, it's in there, it's ingrained?
I think it's one of those things where the longer that he's been here, the more we've been able to kind of grasp onto his concepts as a coach, and you know, he does do a good job of kind of keeping us on track and keeping us focused week in and week out, and just being down this same road we did last year, and staying focused on these last few games and trying to finish out you know, the season. He did a good job of that last year, and us being around him one more year just only helps with the leadership of his team, kind of grasping his concepts and relaying that to the rest of the team, and I think we're going to do a good job of that.
Not to look back to last year, but boy, you guys have really turned into a good second half team, a full game team.
Right.
Do you notice that a different temperament going into the second half?
I think it's just, you know, a tribute to Coach Saban and building depth and conditioning, you know, around the whole football team. You know, we got more players, more able-bodied players that can really step up. One guy gets tired, another guy goes in, and we're able to just kind of grind things out. You know, we've worked really hard trying to, you know, finish off some games and finish off some plays, and you know, luckily we've been able to do that in the past few games.
Mike, one of the things that Mississippi State does is they bring the cowbells. They have a really intense atmosphere. What's that noise like for you, and what are some of the adjustments that you might have to make on Saturday?
Yeah, it's one of the things playing the SEC. We play in some really tough venues and tough stadiums, and you know, we expect a riled up crowd, you know, ready for a good football game, and we're just going to have to make adjustments just like we do at any other away game, and try to make sure, you know, we're at the top of our game on communication and just making sure we understand each other, even if we can't hear each other, and just focusing that much more on the little things and little plays that we have to make throughout the game.
Like every week, you keep reading these things, you know, on the internet about the conspiracy, you know, to get Alabama and Florida unbeaten to the SEC championship game, and all the officiating, you know, snafus and all that. But you kind of take that as an insult, as if you guys need some help to get to a championship game in that shape.
I just take it as the referees in the SEC, you know, they have a really tough job each week, and you know, sometimes calls come on pivotal plays and they go one way or another, but either way you're going to have somebody arguing one point or the other. It's always, you know, it's got to go one way or another. We had a call, I think, on the first offensive play where we didn't have replay. You know, couldn't watch the play, and so the call on the field had to stand. And it's just one of those things where it has to go one way or another, and they've got a tough job. So you know, I feel for them, but you know, the call went our way, and we were able to win a football game, and we're heading to Atlanta.